Hello, Monsters Abound here, and welcome back to Total War Warhammer 3 and part 21, if my save file is correct. Fingers crossed. For my Ku'gath campaign, where last time we took the fight to the dwarves. Oh, it's good. It feels good. Also, we've got like a lot of I need some more sacking income. I need some sacking income. So the problem is, like privatization. The initial payoff is great, but then you find out that you can't keep doing it because once you sacked a settlement, it's going to take a long time before that settlement then manages to generate any kind of income that's worthwhile, which is not actually going to pay. So you need just to keep rolling over stuff, which is fine, but it's very short term, and I'm not short term, I'm long term. Which is why I want the income. Still, Ku'gath's army is costing us 7k, which is, you know, fine. 5.5k there, 6k there, despite the fact that actually the units aren't, I wouldn't say actually as good, but you've got a couple of soul grinders there, don't we? And we've got the 5.5 there. So, I mean, we're spending quite a lot on armies, but not, I mean, we've got 4 armies and 52 settlements. I feel like we shouldn't be quite that hard off, but never mind. Right, we're going to take Karak. So we've beaten back Karak Azorn. That's what their name is because that's their capital. So we've beaten them back. We're going to finish them off, and then all of our armies can move westward to meet the current dwarven threat. And this rate, I don't think we're actually going to finish this campaign before we hit episode 24. Oh no! What are we going to do? Well, so come episode 25. I'll do basically episode 25 will be a stream, so we'll do stream because it's a little bit quicker, and I could do it, you know, here and there, and we can sort of like get to the point we can finish it off. That's the plan anyway, because obviously we start a new campaign every 12 episodes, which is fine. But I don't want to be doing 3 campaigns at the same time. It would actually probably kill me. Probably kill me. I mean, not actually kill me, but it would certainly be a drain, so I don't want to do that. So we'll stream the rest of the campaign, which is fine, because I actually really enjoy Nurgle anyway.
I have seen the garden.
Felix! What's up, buddy? Military Alliance. You know what? Sure. Let's be friends. With any luck, that won't come back to bite me in the arse. But maybe we can get some... Well, I say maybe we can get some good units, but... The Warriors are... So, someone said, oh, just build it in their capital building and get units. It's like, that's not the problem. The problem is the Warriors of Chaos, for some reason, they're like recruitment thing. They tend to only mostly have Marauders, Chaos Warriors, and if you're lucky, like Marauder Horsemen. Like, that seems to be all you get the vast majority of the time. Now, I'm not saying they might not have... Jesus Christ, those guys are still alive? I'm not saying that we, you know, couldn't possibly get some better units, but often I don't really see this. Yeah, so we get Marauder Horsemen, Marauders, Chaos Warriors. That's it. That's what we get. And that's Bloodwind Keep, which is... I mean, it's not their capital, to be fair. Where is Bloodwind Keep? It's up there. Nah, it's fine. It's fine. I mean, those units I can recruit myself. To be honest, I can recruit better units than those. It's basically them, but slightly better.
I have no time for this.
Not you.
War is defilement, vect, and cripple.
00777, you're fucking useless. However, we do have lots of love. Oh, is Wurzag fighting back, maybe? Or is he just getting rolled over? It's kind of hard to tell. Never mind. The important thing is we just need more plague. That one, and that one, because it's the best. I do this one because plagues can only spread a certain number of times. I think it's like 5 times. So actually, having the chance of spreading is actually limited usefulness, because at a certain point you've got enough where it's going to spread anyway, and then if you've got too much it doesn't really matter because it can't spread more. It's kind of a weird I kind of understand the reasoning that they don't want plague to just spread forever, but one of the things they did say when Warhammer 3 was released was like, oh, well, you could spread a plague and you wouldn't know where it goes. It could end up the other side of the world because it's just jumped that way, but that just can't happen. I think the problem is it's a mechanic which has no defense. I think that's the problem. It's a mechanic that has no defense, which means that if it's being used against you, the player has no way of dealing with it. So you just have to kind of like suck it up, and it can be really debilitating. For the AI, it's mostly just, it's one of those mechanics I think that the player should have a defense against, and I don't really care if the AI does. And you might go, well, that's unbalanced, and I'm like, I don't give a shit, because as long as it's fun for me, why the fuck do I care if the AI is having fun? I don't give a shit about it. Sorry, you know, hashtag sorry not sorry. Don't care if the AI is having fun. I know. Brutal, absolute savagery from Monsters Abound, but there we go. That's what I'm coming out with. So I think it's a mechanic where the player should have a defense against it, like either an agent action or something, which should be able to have a chance to cure the plague. Because at the moment, obviously, the player tends to have less armies than the AI anyway. They're always, there tends to be the case that the AI's throwing themselves at the player. It can happen the opposite way around, right? It can happen that there's like an enemy faction who is like set upon by you and your allies, but the vast majority of the time it's going to be that way. And so if one of your armies is knocked out by a plague, like they've taken damage, they're taking attrition, they're going to take attrition for like 5 turns. There's nothing you can do about that, right? That army's fucked. So you can either run the army away or suicide it. There's no... And as we've seen, money being kind of an issue, it's pretty hard for the player to rebuild their armies in enough time. What do I want that? Do I want that? No, I don't. Zartan, fuck off. So it's much more of an impact for the player than it is for the AI. And there's a few things like this. Unbreakable units, for example. That, for the player, fucking useless. You do not want your units to die. Right, it's all about efficiency. Your units being unbreakable and dying is not a good thing, which is why demonic units are bad. Because a unit that disintegrates as soon as it gets sad rather than runs away is one you're going to have to replace. So that's a bad mechanic for the player. For the AI, who wins through sheer attrition, it's really good, because the longer they can do damage to you, the better. And Plague is like that kind of. It's kind of one of those mechanics where because the AI can just throw armies at you and not give a flying shit, it doesn't really. The Plague is useful for me because it wears them down and gives me a chance. But the AI doesn't really care too much about that, because even if I manage to wipe out one faction, there's going to be 5 more gunning for me anyway. So if one of my armies get knocked out, I mean, for example, if I wasn't playing Nurgle and one of my armies was plagued, I'd be at 75% efficiency. That's not great. Whereas if I knock an enemy army out, well, it doesn't really matter, does it? Because they've got like 30 more of the fuckers. Not an issue for them. Not an issue. So, right, this does not matter, so I'll pick that one. I'll pick that one. Okay, the dwarves. The dwarves are not heading in this direction. You, my friend, do not have plague. Boop. Now you do. Now you do. You don't have plague. I feel like we just need to roll around making sure people are plagued. We're not going to be able to plague everyone, alas, but we can certainly try. Okay, let's move into Carcassonne. Is this a capital? It is. Do they have a big garrison? No. Good job, New Croc. Eeny, meeny, oh, fuck me, yes. Eeny, meeny, fuck me, yes. The old saying. Good. Okay, one dwarf horde down. It's like 8 to go. Legion of Doom. No. Where is Freakish Mutation? Well, that's what I'm fucking talking about. Also, how the wait, did it say I had Chaos Giants? How the fuck do I get... Oh, was that just my... Hang on. Hang on. Is that just bilious? That's just bilious. Okay, we just got... That's just the one giant, actually. That's a shame. I like giants. I know people... I know some people don't like them, but I just think they're neat. I love the big lads. Mind you, you know, that's why I'm on my Titan Legions shit. It's just the bigger the better, in my opinion. Until it comes to armies, in which case you want them as tiny as possible. Also, oh, was it Legions Imperialis? Yeah, baby, Epic's back. Holy shit, exciting times. I hope they don't do a pump and dump. By which I mean, I don't want them to, like, release the game, release, like, a bunch of models, and then go, and done. That's what I don't want to do. I want some nice. I want support. I want to see it do well. I want to see eventually them go. So what I want Epic to do really well, and then I want them to go. Okay, well, you know what? Let's do a Warhammer 40,000 version, and I want to see all the Xen, because let's face it, the Space Marines, boring as shit. Boring as shit. I don't care. They're so. What the fuck are you doing here? Didn't even notice you. Where are you going? Alright, well at least we've got armies around. Where are you off to, you lunatic? You're just booking it into the middle of oh well, never mind. At least we've got armies nearby. We can stop you. So that's something. And we spent all of our money, which is a shame. Indeed. Guess that one. Seen as, you know, the only thing you're doing is starving people. Yeah, I want to see it do well. So I have high hopes because I like the little boys, the little guys on the little bases. It's so cool. One of the first battle reports I ever read was, oh fuck, it was Chaos vs Blood Angels Epic, and it was just, it was brutal. Absolutely, everyone dies. There's this big ruck going on in these ruins in the center of the battlefield, and then a fucking Warhound Titan exploded and basically just annihilated everything. And it was like, this is amazing. Like this, I was on that shit. I was on that shit. Fucking love that shit. I've got me some Adeptus. No, what's it called? Titan thing. Titan Legions. The new Titan Legions shit. Adeptus Titanicus, that's the one. Just had to turn around and look at the box. Join your war against the Empire. Sure, why not? Got my big boys, my lads, my War Master. Is that a War Master? Yeah, War Master. The biggest boy, and he's a big boy. So my little boy's next to my big boy because it accentuates just how big the big boy is, right? It's not necessarily about the little boys, but it's about how the little boys make the big boys look bigger. No, I've got a kink, and it's seeing small and big things next to each other. It's can't help it. See a small thing and a big thing next to each other, get an erection. Can't be helped. So we're going to... Yeah, more research rate. Not that I have much research to actually do, but never mind. Oh, Clan Pestilence are dead. That's a shame. Line of sight when plague is spread. I mean, fine. Despicable rival against Zinch, despite the fact that the only Zinch faction we know we're friends with. So, probably not. Let's get Plague Beast. Is there anything else we want here? Kislev Infection? Nope. Irot. You know what? Actually, that might be useful. Where are you going?
Don't think so.
Don't think so what? Come here. Andrew Wakefield wants a word about your vaccines. Unbreakable. You know what? If I give that to you, that's actually pretty legit because they'll have to actually kill you. You won't just get sad halfway through and then crumble to death, which is aggravating. You'll literally have to bring you down, which will be quite tricky. Yeah, we've got artillery of our own, you little stunty shits. Was my first Crisis Dwarves? I know it was Orcs, wasn't it? That's right. That's the Kai. Kai, we had Orcs. Yeah. I remember. Yeah. Bloody Orcs. I think Dwarves are worse. So summons some Plague Bearers to try and take out that organ gun. Because, you know, sacrificial. We've got the Bug Boys. Fly Boys? Bug Boys would be like little land bugs. Fly Boys. Flies. Cavalry on our left flank. And then Andrew's leading the bulk of the forces on his... well, I guess this is the right flank. Or centre, I guess. Soul Grinders taking chunks out of the Dwarf army as they advance towards us. Nice. Okay, so the plan is we wait, bring our forces up, keep hitting them with the old Soul Grinders at the same time, and then once we're sort of in range, we're going to hit them all at the same time. So the infantry will move in, engage their infantry, and then our cavalry will sweep in from behind and take out those missile units. And then the fly boys, I was going to call them bug boys, but no, the fly boys will then come in and engage any units that aren't currently being tied up. Little fate, is it fated? No, it's not fated unit. It's Purple Sun. That's the one. Good old Purple Sun, which, you know what, did some reasonable damage, or not, as the case may be. That's my problem with Death Magic. You get Spirit Leech, which is good, and most of the other spells are kind of meh. It doesn't really have any nuky spells. I don't like Fate of Buna because it only affects one unit. Doesn't seem to really do too much damage. If it was like an AoE, it'd be fine. Oh, it's bloody pipe! Every time. The gyrocopters I'm just going to ignore because I don't really need to care about them at the moment. The cavalry coming in from behind. Yes, there we go. I like the fact that you have the Chaos Knights now, because it does add that little bit of extra speed to Nurgle's army. So if you can use your slow-moving infantry and your cavalry in tandem, it really does pay off. Andrew Wakefield currently smushing... We'll zoom in. Smushing some Dwarf Slayers. He's taking a little bit of damage there, but overall he's absolutely fine. We really could, I keep saying this, but we could really do with a Nurgle cast. I might need to get another Plague-ridden in this army so we can get fleshy abundance. Need to take out that enemy general ideally, but as you can see, all of the Dwarf units are currently fighting for their lives. And we can win these engagements. These quarrelers being chopped to pieces by the Plague Bearers. Cavalry mopping up the Iron Drakes, Soul Grinders taking pot shots, mostly at our own units at this point. Still, almost 2,000 damage dealt as gold. Very nice. Getting that shit done. Android's moving over to engage the enemy general. So those Dwarf Lords, just very tanky, very hard to bring down. But Andrew does have 876 weapon strength, of which 643 is armor piercing, and he's got 84 melee attack, not to mention he just does damage anyway to everyone around him, which means this Dwarf Lord is going to get his ass handed to him very swiftly. And there he goes, he breaks, and the rest of his army does likewise. And because they were marching, they're all dead anyway. Which is nice. For me, obviously. Well, that's enough out of you. Do I? Oh, I've got loads of infections. I'm just going to take the money. There you go. Sorted that little problem for you, Grimgore. No need to thank me. Although it would be appreciated if you did. What else do we have? We have Chaos Knights. We got Bubonic Buzzers. I do like those lines.
A delightful addition to my arsenal.
Arse. Good. So, right, this is a nice little region we can do something with here. So we've got some I mean, we could do with more. Basically, anything that gives us more money, right? Gives us. Do they all give us more growth? No. That one gives us more growth. Oh, and income. Apparently it's just better. Alright. Alright. They also give us more infections per turn, which I welcome. Okay, I think we're going to start advancing because I feel like we've kind of did I get a plague boy last time? Oh my lord. This is one of those things I wish you could like set it up so it could like do it automatically, because this is 3 clicks I don't really want to have to do every single fucking turn. Reminds me a bit of Total War. Total War Troy did a lot of things that I really liked. One of the things I didn't was the whole priestess thing, where you could like bless a city, but you could only do it every 3 turns because there was a cooldown. The problem being that you basically had to remember to do it every 3 turns. So your priestess would just sit outside your settlement doing it to that settlement, and you just have to remember every 3 turns to do it, which wasn't great. I'm not sure I'm helping my allies out here very much. Apparently they've got a little bit of plague. I'm sure that's fine. They'll walk that off, probably. Okay, we have to be a little bit careful here. I think we're generally fine. Generally fine. I mean, we could potentially try and plug this little issue up here, but I think we're going to try and clean out the south first. The north is fairly... Hello. How much money? Okay, that's not as much money as I thought you'd give me, but Kazrak, nice to have you on board. Hi, guy. Hi, buddy, guy, blood, dude, chum, old buddy, old pal. I actually wouldn't mind giving you a... I don't think I can give you a settlement, though, can I? Unless it's next to one that you own, and you don't currently own any settlements. So the likelihood is you're not going to live very long. But you did give me some money, so thanks for that, I guess. Tar? Right, we need to do some sacking. How much would this give us? 4k. I mean, it's not bad. Could be better. How much of Karakazorn do we own? Okay, they don't have the Valley of Horns, but we won't be able to get the Valley of Horns. Is that a huge problem? How much?
You have warpstone. Good. May make deal pact.
That's not really that much. Okay, I'm just gonna leave that, because to be honest, I don't really need it. But oh, come on, double load 777. Come on, buddy. Stop being shit. Haunted Forest, right? That's so low on my priorities. I've got so many other things to build. I need so much money. I need so much money. Hello? Where the fuck did you come from? Well, that's bad. There's no point fighting that. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Oh, there's a twist. There's a twist in the tale. Well, shit. Oh, that's bad. That's really bad. Oh no. Oh dear. Fuck. Oh, they just hit one of my literally one of my richest. If they take out that province, I'm fucked. Because that's currently making... Yeah, thank you. That's currently... That entire province is currently making basically more than I get additional income per turn. Oh, good. Oh, good. Oh, good. I'm sorry, sir? Why can't I do that? Hello? Yeah. 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 Right. Thank you. Fuck. 1, 2, 3 turns. Ah, nuts. Ah, nuts. Ah, nuts. Alright, well. Well. Not exactly ideal. Not exactly ideal. Do I want to send two? No, I think just the one army is probably fine. I guess upgrade Cathay, because like it's pretty fucking safe. Upgrade Cathay, right? This is a safe place. It's my safe space. I might have to sell these settlements to keep myself buoyant at this rate, because I am going, if they take this province, I am going to hemorrhage fucking money. It's going to take me so long to get back on my feet again, which is kind of exhausting. The fact that if I retake this, it's going to be level 1, which means I'm going to have to build all this building again. Which is going to cost fucking how much now? Can I see how much that costs? No, that costs 5,580. So that's like, I've got no garrison, so I can't even build a garrison to help me. Oh, fuck.
I bring grandfather's love.
That's good. That's nice. Okay, at least that army's not super problematic. And with all the plague going on here, these guys are pretty battered, which means Ku'gath should be able to break through with any luck, take Black Crag, which I was going to say has a gold mine, but that doesn't actually help us. Probably I'm going to have to leave an army down here just to fend off potential attacks. Well, we've got Karakazorn, and we only need 4 of them. Karakazul, we could get that. That's too far away. Karakadrin, maybe. Zufbar, maybe. That's too far away. I mean, that's actually quite difficult to get. I mean, unless potentially, like, our allies take it. Are those rebels? No, the All-Seeing Eye. Holy shit! How are you still alive? How are you still alive? At least, you know, it looks like. I was gonna say it looks like the dwarves still allied with. One of the things I really hate about the crisis is the fact that not everyone's at war. I feel like if it's a crisis, it should be a fucking crisis. Like, everyone should be at war with it. It really annoys me that it doesn't, again, it doesn't seem to affect the AI very much. Not to mention the fact that there's been several instances where the crisis is literally... I know I complain about this every time. I really should just turn the crisis off, because every time the crisis pops up, it just kind of annoys me. I feel like they want to do something like what happens to Stellaris, right? Where you have this kind of crisis that crops up. But it's not Stellaris, because... And I know they had side like sort of this thing. I mean, anyway, like the whole... And I imagine Stellaris actually worked off what Total War did with, like, Attila, for example, where you end up with, you know, Attila the Hun turning up, and he is kind of like the crisis. Problem is, Stellaris does it much better, because it's a crisis for the entire galaxy, whereas in Total War it's the crisis for the player, because they still haven't got past this idea that they're just trying to kill the player, rather than create a sandbox that the player gets to play in. It's almost like they just want to kill the player. I think that's their problem. I think they just have this mindset that, shit, what can we do to fuck them over? Rather than, what can we do to let them have fun? Holy fuck, how did you get all the way out there? Oh, you marched. Right. Okay, well, you're plagued. I don't necessarily think that's going to help us all that much. Is Dreadrock? Dreadrock might be able to hold out. If they're plagued.
No, I will not shame my plan.
And if we can maybe get Oh, does it really matter? Just get anyone. I mean... You? You, I guess, are fine. Hello. Hello, my little friends. Yes, I did say little. And yes, I don't give a flying shit if that goes in the book. Actually, hang on. Let's rethink this. Let's rethink this. Let's give you that one. And then we can Vanguard deploy it right down your fucking throat. Ah, Vanguard deployments. Gives them absolutely no time to react. We're already right in their face. Their gun's only going to get 2 or 3 volleys off before we're all over them. Of course, we've also got the Exalted Bloodletters. Thank you, Scarbrands, on a internship. Like, cultural exchange, I guess. As we murder our way through those cannons. And the flyboys coming in from behind, bombarding as they go. See, once we've tied up those missile units, the doors are basically useless. I mean, they do have some nasty infantry, but we can, you know, we're both quite tanky factions. But we've got this. I feel like in melee we've definitely got the advantage, which means if we tie up the missile units and their artillery, and then engage their infantry, it's basically just a matter of time before they go down. Particularly things like these Thunderers, and they've also got miners and stuff as well, which not really going to win any engagement with us, especially against, you know, Chaos Swarm. They're doing their best. Right, Exalted Plague Bearers. Very killy boys. Very tanky boys. And then backed up by those Exalted Bloodletters who, well, they're just pretty much all kill. 13 bonus first infantry, 32 armor-piercing damage. Just hacking their way through those armored dwarves. And of course, we've got the warp fire throwers there as well. And the dwarves are routed. Worked out quite nicely. I could get the infections, but to be honest, we've got so many I don't really need it. What I do need is the cash. Thank you. How many have you got away? Okay, that was fine. More money. Could we take Karakazul as well? What kind of garrison does it have? Not a very big one. Not a very big garrison, so we could potentially do that. I'm going to go with Rancid Visitations, because that's... Killing dwarf characters is a pain in the arse. Okay, let's meander in here, see if we can take this. We can. I am going to loot and occupy, because we're at the tail end of our movement, and I want to take it this turn so I can get the replenishment. Magic isn't that useful against dwarves. I mean, it can still be useful. You can still use it. It's just not as useful. Okay, failed that. You are going to take the Shattered Isles, but I think we can reach this in time. And also, you're just taking attrition. Can also potentially assault you. You are... Yeah, okay, so you'll take attrition. So you won't be able to heal up, so you're basically screwed. We can retake this. It's just a matter of time. It's also just a matter of the amount of economic damage it does to us. Kind of a ball ache. But if we get a bunch more buildings up and running, then potentially not the worst. I kind of want to give you better units. Like another soul grinder wouldn't technically go amiss. Right, where are... There you are. Okay, you've run down here. You're obviously running away from me, which is fine.
Father Nurgle.
Andrew, you're missing a unit. What could we give you? Let's give you another one of those.
Pick a favorite.
I would never do that.
My pleasure.
Okay, we're going to move it. It's just there's a lot of dwarves. I'm worried about getting caught between these two.
Disgrace my ancestors.
Where are you? Oh, you going down that way? Is that where you're going? Is that where you're going, you bastards? Okay, no problem. What plague do you have? I can't tell. Is that the damage plague? Plague. How's this doing? Kunlan. Where is this? Forest of the Moon. Alright, what's back? So Dragon Isles. Oof. Broken Lands is actually making quite a chunk of change. Noblog Country is getting... It's getting there. Wastelands of Jinchen. So, you know, a lot of... Well, quite... You know, some of our money making... God, we've got so much stuff in Cathay which is just making fuck all money because I don't have the income to upgrade it. It's just a real problem. Oh, I had you there. Fuck, I should have used you to assault. That's fine. I don't think you're in range. Now we've got two of the victory cities, which is good. But killing all the dwarves is going to be tricky. Well, killing the dwarves isn't necessarily tricky. It's killing the dwarves and all of their friends. Yeah. 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 Okay, well at least they're plagued, which means any damage they take is damage they're going to continue to take. And it seems like it's only the one army. So we can send you Croc down there to bop them. With any luck, not have to chase them around. The last thing I need is to have to chase dwarves around the fucking islands. Oh no. Scarbrand died. Rubbish. Oh, you're making it on army. Okay, let's assault you. Can you do it, please? No, you fucked it. Oh, of course you did. Okay, we're close enough to defend Shatterstone Base, so the only thing they can go for is Dreadrock, which, I mean, doesn't have amazing defenses. Wait, do you actually get defenses for... Oh yeah, Phlegm Bombards. Okay, so we have walls here. It's fairly well defended. Could be worse. Could be better. Could be worse. Let us see if we can assault you. Oh, good fucking work. 00777, just take notes. That's how you get shit done. That is how you get shit done. Oof. Alright, we don't need any more Plague Boys over there because there's only one army. So we summon more in here. I thought this was like, yeah, now we've got this. We just get all of our boys over here sorted. We can lock this down. I should have realised. Also, I don't know who has this at the moment. If the dwarves have the Tower of the... If they could just keep sending armies across the sea. In which case, I'm going to have to keep new Crocs here. Which means this settlement is basically paying for its own defence. I mean, it could be worse, I guess. I mean, you know what? If you wanna try and take on Ku'gath, I'm like, bring it, nerds. You want it? Come and get it. Oh, 00777 did learn something from his abject failure. Good job there, I guess. Right, where is... Oh, there's Andrew.
Lord of Stench.
Okay, you could take him on. You could do that. Let's give you a bloated carcass. So the problem is, if I attack him, he'll probably run away, and then if he's got like more armies here, they'll just charge on down. So I probably don't want to... I'm just going to do that, so he can like creep forward. Ku'gath, if anyone wants to come and attack Ku'gath, I'm fine with that. I think Ku'gath can easily bop everyone. Not an issue. Preferred strain is for mountain climates, which I mean, we do have some, but I mean, growth and recruitment costs aren't really... Well, having said that, I mean, when was the last time... We don't recruit very much at the moment. We don't have the money to recruit stuff, and also... I'm not spending money on recruiting stuff because I can't afford it. So none of this is particularly useful. I mean, it would potentially help if I wanted another army, I guess? Oh, fuck it. All right, let's grab that. Let's grab that. Right, well, we've got another dwarf problem, but New Croc is on it, and we are advancing into the mountains to clear out the dwarves. What are our allies doing? Currently kind of falling back by the looks of it, because Karakadrin is driving a wedge through Grimgor. Grimgor, what are you doing, mate? Are you just recruiting more stuff? Is that what you're doing? Can you look? I know you guys. Who are you at war with? Felix, could you just chill the fuck out, maybe? Just don't... Look, it's not really an issue, is it? It's not really an issue. The problem is we've got this massive order tide here, backed up by never-ending fucking dwarves. I feel like all of these guys are... Okay, you're not friends with Belagut, but you've actually peaced out with him, by looks. Oh, no, you are. You haven't peaced out with him. You're still at war. So at least that's something. But looking at the strength rankings... Clan Angron has 29 settlements. The Ironbrow has 31. Oh, that's a lot of settlements to hack my way through with 4 fucking armies. I mean, eventually, you know, maybe we'll manage to upgrade Cathay to the point where it's bringing in some money, but that might have to wait until next time. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.